constitutionally, we can't do all the things you just said. So let me get back with you, but let me just end
get
with
back
this.
with me because you co-sponsored it 2 days ago.
Okay,
Senator.
all right. Yep. See, makes me look bad. I don't know a better explanation.
All right.
Lindsey Graham is one of 26 senators who is currently signed on as a co-sponsor to what's called the Restrict Act, better known as the Ban on TikTok bill. And he just got owned on Fox News last night when he got questioned about the bill. Watch this.
Let's try to get some answers out of the Senator Lindsey Graham, who supports this and is here now. You got to be kidding me, Senator. Did you read this?
Yeah, I don't think I support the Restrict Act.
You don't support this because you were named as one of the supporters, because this is garbage.
Is this the one with John? There's two bills out there. One allows a review of businesses that are connected to China, give the Secretary the ability to protect our data. Is that the Restrict Act?
We got S-686 right here, yeah. March 7th. Mm-hmm. And we got a bunch of Republicans supporting it because this thing is crazy town. You don't want the government looking into your private phone.
No, I don't.
If they have a hunch you're colluding with the Russians, we remember how that turned out.
That's right. Yeah, no, well, the Constitution trumps a statute. So let me come back and, give you a better explanation. Here's the problem as I see it. China is the parent company of TikTok, and my nieces like TikTok. I don't mind them using TikTok. I just don't want the Chinese government to seize all their data and manipulate the information America sees for political purposes. China is helping drug cartels in Mexico. China is not a friend. Chinese espionage is an all-time high against American business interests. So I want to push back against China, but within a constitutional framework. You're right about that. So you made these allegations, and I'll come answer better next time.
All right, well, I mean, because on Congress.gov, you're listed as one of the co-sponsors of this thing. Maybe it's like Fetterman when your chief of staff does all your work for you. But, Senator, you got to go back and talk to these other senators about this. Yeah. This thing is nuts, and it's going to get abused like it always does. So we got to clean this up. Can we clean this up?
Well, yeah. I mean, number one, I owe you a better explanation I'm giving you. John Thune's got a bill to make sure the Secretary of Commerce can deal with this, not just TikTok, but the general idea that China, we're under attack by China. Now, that's a fact. Chinese Communist Party is stealing American data. Espionage against American businesses is at all-time high. According to the FBI, it's the #1 challenge they face. China is providing drug precursors to make fentanyl in Mexico that's killing Americans. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to push back against China being able to steal your data, but I want to do it in a constitutionally sound manner. So the problem is real with China, but the solution can be more damaging than the problem. Is sort of what you're telling me.
Don't
That's
push
what
back
you're telling me.
on the United States citizens.
Yeah, no, I
for
understand
something
what you're
China's
saying.
doing. All right.
No, I totally get that, and constitutionally, we can't do all the things you just said. So let me get back with you, but let me just end
get
with
back
this.
with me because you co-sponsored it 2 days ago.
Okay,
Senator.
all right. Yep. See, makes me look bad. I don't know a better explanation.
All right.
My bad. But I will say this about China. China is really a threat to America at multiple levels. The fentanyl coming in from Mexico, they have a direct link to that. It's coming out of China. I want to make Mexican drug cartels foreign terrorist organizations. I want to protect American data from Chinese manipulation by the Communist Party. That's my intent. And if this bill doesn't, if it goes beyond that, I'll come on your show and say, my bad.
Make this video my alarm clock. I want to wake up to it every day. I detest Lindsey Graham. He is a neocon. He's a warmonger. He supports things like the Patriot Act. He does not care about civil liberties one iota, and it doesn't surprise me at all that he co-sponsored this bill. I seriously doubt that he didn't know what he was doing. I think this was him not realizing that Fox News might push back on him and scrambling on live TV for an answer, and we love to see it. Now, since that interview, he actually has come out and backed off of this and said that he still supports the bill. But this bill actually is every bit as bad as Jesse Walters is saying on Fox News. It literally has very little to do with TikTok and instead is a sweeping power grab over technology and communications, and it targets Americans, not the Chinese government. This bill gives unilateral power to the president, the Secretary of Commerce, and the Director of National Intelligence to determine who a foreign adversary is at any given time. And then if they find that you're in communication with them online or having transactions with them, they have civil and criminal penalties in this bill where they can go after you. They can literally fine you up to $1 million and put you in jail for up to 20 years under this legislation. This bill is crazy town. It is basically the Patriot Act 2.0, and we all know how that went down and how it was ultimately used to target Americans far more than ever was used to go after terrorists. This is how they play in DC. They're going to tell you their bill's about one thing, but actually have an entire secret agenda hidden within it. This bill should terrify you because it actually could pass. They currently have 26 sponsors on the bill in the Senate. There's only 100 people in the Senate. And it's got bipartisan support and the full support of the Biden administration. Banning TikTok was always a big problem. It is a violation of free speech, a violation of the First Amendment. You have a right to not only say what you want free from government intervention, you have a right to hear the speech of others. So they don't have the ability to come in and ban an entire platform under the Constitution. That would also violate something called the Berman Act that says the government can't ban things just because they come from certain countries. So you can't ban a book just because it's by a Chinese author. You can't ban a platform just because it has a Chinese owner. And you should be able to understand why that's important, because if our government can ban information from certain countries, we're no better than places like North Korea that keep their people under control by prohibiting them from the ability to consume information that might help them understand just how bad their governments are. If we were to ban TikTok, we would be no different than China, that has already banned TikTok in their country. You don't defeat authoritarianism by acting like an authoritarian. This bill is a Trojan horse, and people have to ask themselves, what is the bigger threat? China getting some of your data because you use TikTok, or the US government coming after your basic civil liberties? I think this bill should show you the answer. If our government's going to act like this, China doesn't even need to fight us because they are undoing our Constitution and our basic rights faster than the communists ever could.